Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today we're going to do a review on the Mcquade branded electric guitar strings. They also have acoustic and bass strings too, etc. Now, apparently they tell me these things are made by Dean Markley, which is pretty cool. I've never actually tried Dean Markley strings before, so there's something new. Brand of strings, material, of course they're made out of gauge, will actually, believe it or not, drastically change the sound or tone of your guitar. So it's not always the pickups, it's not always the rest of your gear. Sometimes it could be just a simple different brand of strings, or a gauge of strings that is going to make all the difference for the sound you're looking for. So, don't always say, oh man, these pickups are garbage, or amp or whatever. Anyway, so strings do make a huge difference. Even I found that out over the years of playing. And we all have our favorites in the end. My normal favorites are nowadays actually D'Addario for my acoustics and my electrics, and of course different gauges depending on the guitar, but all my acoustics actually now use 1152s. I love them. But anyway, so we're going to take a look at these strings for you. Now, I've bought a few of their packs of strings before. Their bass strings are great. Never had an issue with them at all. I've had a few packs of these, but I never got to use them. I keep handing them out to students. And at under $5 a pack, I mean, that's pretty cheap, And so you got to kind of wonder, are they actually any good? Well, my students seem to think that they're okay, and they've lasted them for quite a while before a changeover. So I thought, well, because I picked up this guitar, which is actually one of my students' original guitars, they decided to part with. I do have a review on this. This is the Rise by Sawtooth. Check it out. You get the backstory behind that one. I did my own setup on this to my preferences, and I love the way this thing plays now. It's just really, this is my kind of thing. But anyway, so we're going to run this thing through the Boss GT1000 pedal board, into the Marshall MG100 HDFX, and of course it's sitting on its 4x12 cab. And you're going to hear all this sound reproduced with my acoustics in my studio right into the camera. So no processing, no 24-bit stuff, just right raw right into my camcorder. And you'll get a better idea of the sound reproduction with not only my gear, but how these strings are generally going to sound. Everybody's gear is different, so it's going to sound different even from amp to amp too, so just keep that in mind. This is just gives you an idea of how these strings actually sound, okay? So first effect I got on here is my tube screamer. Dial off the tone on the guitar. Full tone again. Alright. This is one called Blues Master. '50s clean. This is a patch I did up. course, every effect is different, right? Alright, the metal zone. What else we got on here? This one's called for acoustic electric. Of course, we've got an electric plugged in, not an acoustic. Go back to that metal zone for a second and kill the tone off. Like it's a little obnoxious in here. Okay, let's check our tuning stability here. High E is in, B's good, G's good, D good, A good. Pretty good, everything's still in tune. Sweet! Not that I did a whole wacko to string bending, but even, you know, just a bit of this, and that can knock out some guitar, especially with a poor setup. So anyway, overall I think the strings are really good for $5 a pack. They sound pretty good, especially on this little guy. And this is just a little single humbucker, so for a cheap guitar, it sounds awful nice. I don't have a problem with sweating when I play, or high acid content in my skin either. So strings aren't going to rust up too easy on me. I can generally get, usually depending on the brand, 6 months, 7 months out of a set of strings, and I play a lot. But also I like to have a little bit deader tone on my acoustics, not so massively bright. So I kind of play the crap out of it until it kind of, you know, dullens down a little bit. With the electrics, of course, we got tone controls for all that, so hey, that's great. But I would definitely recommend the Long & Mcquade branded strings. They are apparently made by Mcquade, which, from what I understand, are actually pretty decent in themselves. And that's kind of cool, though. You know, I mean, for under $5, you can get a set of strings. So there's, you know, if you're used to a higher end brand and you're kind of like, but I don't have any money right now, but I got $5. Well, you can still get yourself back up and running for $5, and you know, maybe you might even enjoy these so much you'll keep using them. Who knows? You know, like I said, I have a preference because of the sound I'm after. I will definitely be sticking with the Darios on my other guitars, but on this guitar for sure, I'm definitely going to stick with the Long & Mcquade brand because I like how it works with this guitar. I like the sound it generates. The stock strings that came with this were like, you know, made in China, no name stuff, and it's kind of like they didn't even last, right? So yeah, you got to have at least something a little better on there. You know, and the Mcquades are actually quite a lot better than the no name, you know, unbranded stuff. And I've used those strings before in the past too, because they were like $3 for a set of 6, acoustic or electric. And you know, $3 ain't a lot of money. That's like a cup of coffee nowadays, and you know, not even quite a donut really. But for under $5 a pack, check them out at Long Mcquade. You can go onto their website, or if you have a store near you, go to their local store to you, and definitely check out, well, all their stuff actually. But check out their strings, electric, acoustic, bass guitar strings. I was surprised at the bass strings, to be honest, the most. I've heard a lot of higher end brand names of bass strings, and to hear and to play even on the Long Mcquade branded. Now, I of course bought the lighter gauge stuff. You know, they're really good. You know, and the lifespan is just crazy. You know, so they are a good string. These also very good. If you do have acid content in your hands and you sweat when you play, just wipe off your strings really good. I think there's like a string cleaning solution you can get too, especially for people that have that issue. But like I said, I don't sweat, I don't have a high acid content, so even these strings here, I should easily get about, you know, six months out of these before I'm going to have to change them. No matter how much I play, even just sitting, I mean, strings can die, you know. And I do have a number of guitars, but I do play them all the time, almost on a daily basis, so they do get used almost every single day, all my guitars. But I think they're great, you know. They even look really nice, and they feel nice to play on too, you know. Like, to me, they're almost the equivalent of the Fender 150 XLs that I used to use quite religiously, actually. For many decades, my string of choice was the Fender XL 150s, 9-42s on all my electrics. And then I got onto the D'Addarios, and I was like, man, these are like so much nicer sounding, and you know, they even lasted longer than the Fenders did. So that was kind of like cool. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys. So I will definitely drop a link to the Long Mcquade website anyways in this video. But do check them out and check out all their products. But take a look at these strings. Give them a shot, because you never know. You might just like them. And they also make a good, inexpensive backup set. So, you know, if you need something inexpensive as a backup just in case of an emergency, you know, get a pack of these things. They work great either way, so why not, right? Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know, don't knock me on my lead playing either, because I'm not really a lead player. I'm a rhythm guy by nature, so there you go. So anyways, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all my other videos, and I'll have more gear stuff, of course, coming. I don't know, actually, probably pretty soon. You never know. Anyways, catch you later. Ciao.